All right, this is the second challenge for the second week of tutorials on computersciencelessons.com. The challenge is actually a debugging challenge, meaning you've already got some code here, but the problem is it doesn't quite work. And this happens a lot in programming, so this is going to be some good practice. Now, the first step in debugging is to understand what should it be doing, right? What is the problem? So the first thing I want to play is the final product. And the cat runs, then it turns left, turns right again, goes up, goes into the purple circle, and spins around, it looked like 3 or 4 times. So everything looks great. That's what it's supposed to do. Now over here we can open up the broken project. So I'm going to click the link, and that's going to take me to the not working project. Before I even go inside, let's see what's wrong. So far, so good. Oh no! So there's our problem. And then it goes and does some crazy stuff. So clearly up here, we're going to move to the right, we're going to turn and we're going to move up, and then something goes wrong. It looked like it went too far. So let's see inside. Now this may look like a lot of code, but really it's just the same thing over and over again to move us throughout the maze, right? We move some, we turn, we move some, blah, blah, blah. So let's take a look. We've got our reset code. The cat starts in the right place, points in the right direction. It's not turning around in a circle. Everything's great. The first move to the right, which we may even want to like add a comment here that says this is the first right movement. And then we turn 90 degrees to the left. So that's going to point us in the up direction because we were going right. It's set left to right, so we don't actually see it rotate. It just starts moving upwards. And then we get here, and this is where the problem seems to happen. Now, you can look at these numbers. The y value goes all the way to negative 180 and all the way to positive 180. So the height of the canvas is 360 steps. Okay, so if we look at this movement, it says 26 times 10 steps, so that's 260 steps. That clearly is not too far, right? Like the screen is 360, and this is 100 steps less than that. So there must be some other problem. So I'm going to keep reading. And when I get down here, hopefully you noticed that in between these two repeat blocks, there's no turn. So this just keeps moving on up instead of turning to the left. So we need to tell the cat to turn to the left. "90 degrees is a left turn. Now let's run our code again and see how it works. So far, so good. That seemed to do it. Okay, so here's our last problem. The cat gets in the purple circle, but then it doesn't spin around. It just turns left and right. And hopefully that should trigger, oh, wait a minute. I told it to just be able to turn left and right. So when we get down here, notice the turn is in the repeat block. So that's us moving around. But the rotation style is still set left to right. We need to change our rotation style back to all around. So now let's run our code and see what happens. Oh, we're so much closer. Okay, so everything looks great except for the fact that the cat doesn't spin around. We said it was probably 3 or 4 times. And the cat ended facing back up again. And clearly that does not happen here. So knowing that a circle is 360 degrees, I need to rotate some multiple of 360 degrees if I want to land facing up. Anything else, and you would be some number of degrees off from facing up. So the easiest way to do this math is to put in here some factor of 36, or 360, excuse me. So I've got 10 right now, but it seems to be a lot slower. So I'm going to increase the number of degrees, let's say to 36. And now if we rotate 36 degrees 40 times, that's 4 complete circles. So let's see if that's it. And there we go. That is exactly correct. We have debugged our script.